And we have Bluebird on your shoulder. We're back. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time where you just completely disappeared from the screen. You wanted to be the Bluebird on your shoulder, and now you're nothing. Now you're nothing at all. It's fucking awesome.
Just the
Great way
ghost,
to start.
the ghost of the Bluebird.
The ghost of the Bluebird, right? The ghost of
I
the
know,
Bluebird.
I know why.
And then I have a TV show in my name today, and you have a movie in yours. It's fantastic. They're both actually pretty decent as far as that goes. So yeah, we definitely have we just kick it off why it's The Apprentice, because he's fucking firing everybody. So realizing that midterms are not looking good at all, which they knew they weren't gonna look good, but they're really not looking good. Like supermajority in the House is starting to look plausible, especially if the Virginia map stands.
Which it
So,
will.
I don't know. It got shot down. Like
Not
moments
the
later.
not the appeal. It just had the same judge that tried to block it before.
Yeah.
Is trying to block it again. So by calling it unconstitutional, which he had absolutely no real legal bearing to do that. So it's going back into appeal again, and once it clears that, then it will move on to. But will that be enough to stop it from being effective for this next election? That's the question.
Maybe not. We'll see how fast it gets through. I know that because the next move is, it's going to end up in Virginia Supreme Court.
Right. Well,
but I think it was voted on though, so I don't really think you can say it was a referendum. So it's people chosen. I'm not sure what the Constitution of fucking Virginia says. It is Virginia, so it's probably weird as shit because it was originally written by dudes in white wigs. So is the other Constitution. It's pretty dope. So maybe not. But the dudes from Virginia were especially kind of interesting. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, so he fired the Navy secretary who shouldn't have been the Navy secretary. They fired him. I think Hexeth is close to being done.
Yep.
So I think he's about to get cooked. Bondi got cooked. The Ice Barbie got cooked. So we're doing The Apprentice. You're fired, and you're fired, and you're fired.
Right.
Because it's everybody's fault but mine.
Right. And this is exactly what he did during his first term. We saw him as soon as things didn't start to go his way for certain things, then he started letting people go. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. As soon as, like, the Epstein thing, like, you have a job unless you can't stop the Epstein files from coming out. The minute that they come out, you're done, so.
No, 100%. And his approval rating's like in the 30% range, low 30s.
Still in the lowest percentage of all time.
So low 30s for president is pretty fucked, right? However, Congress has a 10% approval rating.
And they
nobody likes fucking Congress.
That's because they're not doing their fucking job.
That many things. They're doing that many things.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. It's like a pure 4-year political race. Like the whole, and I think it's interesting as to why it's actually not happening. So the Democrats are fairly united most often.
Right.
But there's not enough of them. They don't control it, so they can't get anything done. However, then the MAGA people want to do X, Y, and Z, and the normal Republicans, old school Republicans, whatever you want to call them, right? They call them rhinos, Republican in name only. I think that's actually you, because they were here first, but they're like, no, we're not fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so I think it's interesting. So like they want the SAVE Act passed. Well, okay, so if you pass it, you're not gonna be in time to affect the midterms. That's definitely true.
Right.
And it's gonna have whiplash on you. See, I used your name. It's gonna have whiplash on you. The people who listen to the podcast have no clue what we're talking about names. They have to be confused.
Oh yeah. I always forget the fact that most of Most of the
Most
people
of
that
our
listen,
viewers and listeners are listeners,
listeners, yeah,
so who do not see the video. So
yeah,
you're probably like, what fucking names are they talking about? Like, what kind of
yeah.
drugs do these dudes do? So did that look was
Did.
for did, not do. Past tense.
True. That is very, very, very past
very
tense.
past too, unfortunately.
I know. At
But
this
no,
point, I feel like I've been in a bad trip for a while.
yeah, since 2016.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
it's
wake up and be like, "Oh, thank God!"
in Black
It's
Hawk
only
Apartment circa 1994. That'd be great. Please. If there is a like Matrix reset, I would
right.
like that to be my save point. Please.
Yep.
Could I just restart there?
When I was in the corner on a half sheet. Yep. That's where I want to wake up from.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they don't work together. They don't unite behind causes because one side's crazy as shit. Well, they also don't do it is because the SAVE Act would probably give up a supermajority in the Senate too.
Right.
Because a vast majority of people are actually against it, quote unquote. But the reality is they don't understand why you want to do it. Because we said previously, a vast majority of states already require ID to vote.
Right.
Like a vast majority. So you really think that requiring ID puts California in play? Or New York or Illinois? Because those are the three, right?
Well, the whole thing stems around, this thought that there is, mass amounts of fraud that people are winning elections by. And there's zero evidence in any way, shape, or form other than political theater to suggest that there is any kind of real fraud going on anywhere. That's red,
No,
blue.
true. Oh, no, 100%. But I do find it also interesting that a majority of the very limited amount that doesn't fucking matter that is happening is red.
Right.
So it's every accusation is a confession.
Every accusation is a confession.
So, but the problem is like we do have near record, like, well, beyond 10%, 10 fucking percent, bro. God damn. You could probably get 15, 12% of people to say they need a horse stirred for $10. Like, you could probably do that.
Right.
So what the fuck? However, there's so much gerrymandering that other districts just aren't competitive. That should be.
Yeah.
And it is both sides. It is absolutely positively both sides. I'll be the first to admit it. Now, this current run, they want to be like, well, what about Massachusetts? Yeah. You can't talk about the 90s, bro. So like they're over.
Right.
The
The 1900s are over.
Right. Like Texas did it in the last 12 months.
Right.
And that made blue states do it.
Right.
So he was like, Texas, give me 5. And then I will say that the people of Indiana were like, nope.
Yep.
So, and I would not normally vote in the primary where I live because I'm choosing between one of 7 Republican candidates.
Right.
There's actually one out here.
And even if they are a Democrat, they're almost like a rhino Democrat. And
they're not Democrats.
right.
So, and if they are, they're definitely not liberals.
Yeah.
They're definitely fiscally conservative.
I mean, I consider myself a fiscally conservative Democrat because in my mind, we should prioritize safety net programs over anything else.
But
And
what I was getting at is we got a Republican ass state.
Yeah.
We got a MAGA governor, a MAGA assistant governor who is a complete fucktard.
Yep.
Wait, we call that lieutenant governor, not
Yeah,
assistant.
LT. Yeah.
Fucking. Um, fully Republican Congress, Republican judges. Like
Yeah.
this is a red state. It's red through and through.
Red,
Minus one or
red,
two
red, red. Yeah.
areas, it's red.
Yeah.
So, well,
There's
okay,
two.
really
There
three.
is two.
There's three. There's three.
Three.
There's
Yep.
three.
Gary.
Lake County is definitely blue, but that's mini Chicago.
Right.
So, but even with that, we didn't choose to redraw our maps, and they got big fucking mad about that because our Republicans were like, "We're not doing that."
Yeah.
Like that's not America.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are two that I am eligible that I will be checking the box for them. I'm actually going in a few weeks to vote.
Yep.
To defend the people.
Yep.
Who defended democracy. I don't agree with you on shit else you've ever fucking done.
Right.
But you stood up and said, no, we're not fucking doing that.
Yep.
Because it's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Because they're trying to primary the shit out of you. I got you. I got you. And then I'm not voting for a fucking other person, or I'm gonna vote for the guy. There was a guy that used to hold a sign on the street that was like, vote for me for Congress. He's been out there for like a year. And then they clipped him. Right at the end, they clipped him. Like in late January, they clipped his ass. So it couldn't be on the ballot. And I was like, I was totally voting for that dude. Like he's been sitting on the same corner with a sign that says a bright orange sign with black Sharpie though. Vote for me, and that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me, bro. Like,
I mean, that's better than most Republicans' platforms anyway.
Because you an everyday motherfucker.
Right.
All I know about you is you're an everyday motherfucker. So I'm gonna vote for you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go check those two boxes because they set up, and I hope a lot of other people do the same.
Yeah,
like
I mean that's actually a really good point. Yeah, if especially any Hoosiers that are watching or listening, if you want to do something right, or anything valuable in the midterm elections, go and vote for those Republicans that are trying to be primaried out, where you can. Most of those are closed primaries.
Most of the people who watch us in Indiana live in the 3 blue areas. But
right.
So if you do live in a red area and you want to defend democracy because it was the right thing to do, also brought up thinking it because I was thinking about this when I was deciding. The vice president came from Indiana, and I was not a fan of his either.
Right.
And then he did the right thing
at the
national
very
level.
Last moment.
He did the right thing. When it mattered the most, he chose correctly. I gotta give it to him, dude. It's a whole different world. We're already in the Matrix. Can you imagine where we are if he finds a way to overturn that vote and Trump gets that turn? We're probably sloshed in the middle of a civil war.
Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna say. But at least we wouldn't have, killed a bunch of brown people.
100%. That probably wouldn't have happened. I'm definitely very against Pence. Like I said, never liked that motherfucker either.
No.
So there was a few governors we had. I liked my man Mitch Daniels. Didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him, but he ended up being somebody that I was like, oh, you actually did a pretty good job, bro. Fair enough. Like, well played. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger was a Republican governor of California.
Yep.
And he did a really good job.
Yeah, and he did a good job. Yeah.
So he did a really good job. So some people are like, you're just a partisan. No, I'm not.
No.
I believe in what is right. And if you do a good job, I'll tell you did a good job, even if I really can't stand your ass. That's why I hope Micah never does a good job. Because I never want to tell him good job, because fuck that dude. Stephen Miller and Micah are like this to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't stand these fucking people.
I mean, Stephen Miller,
Stephen Miller's just Micah at the national level. It's literally the same fucking thing. Just a lot more powerful in situation A.
Yeah. And able
to
like
has power over me. Not necessarily the country.
Hmm.
but he has power to make decisions about me. So then we did talk
Well, and
about.
that's something that, I kind of wanted to touch on for like when you support people in other states, like you really don't have a leg to stand on because an elected representative of somewhere that doesn't represent you decides to speak for those people. Those people can complain, but you know, like I really don't have anything I can say about anybody from Montana as an elected official. I can say what they're saying about the national um laws and things like that will affect me are elected on. But if he's talking about his state, or if he's voting in accordance with what's best for his state, good on him. That's how you should judge somebody that doesn't affect your life. And I think more people need to understand that they need to stay in their own lane. you know I complain about you know my governor, my elected officials, and then the policies that I disagree with on the national level, because that's where my realm is, you know.
Bro, I'd be getting mad about my school.
Don't We're not even going to start on
I'm
school
just,
boards
I'm just saying.
because
I'm thinking about it because fuck
I've
these
been
people.
thinking about it.
So, but no, I also, I bought to throw it out here. So, everybody has a chatter page or a town crier page or whatever you want to call it, wherever you live on Facebook for your town.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nosy neighbors of
So,
shit
like,
like that.
this is super red area, but it does have its like liberal white women. They're wealthy. Right? There's a lot of Eli Lilly money down here.
Yeah, yeah.
So really the well-educated, wealthy, liberal white women.
Hmm.
We definitely have that down here.
Yeah.
So like soccer's really big.
Mm.
It's definitely like a football community and all that traditional,
Hmm.
like red meat American male shit for sure. Love that.
Right.
But the amount of political drama in the soccer club is so fucking entertaining that I literally comment on the post like this is the only thing that could ever make me truly love soccer. Like you're firing coaches for no reason. Like you fired directors. You bought a house from your brother at like 400K over the ask. What does a soccer club need with a house? Who the fuck you have coming? Messi?
Especially for 400K over.
Right. Like it's pure like pure corruption. And
Yeah.
I'm like, soccer in Indiana? Is this corrupt? And I think it just goes to show how power corrupts people.
Yeah.
Like I think that a lot of people want power, and I think most people don't deserve it. And I
Right.
think the people
For
who
sure.
do the best with power are the people who never
Mhm.
actually won it in the
Yep.
first
That
place.
have it thrust upon them.
Yeah, like so it's wild, right? And then the verse of that is like this fucking dude at the very top who craves power
Yeah.
like most people crave Oreos or something or pickles. Um, I don't understand. I don't know. But I think we should talk about predictive markets are not wrong. For a long time, they've been right about a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying they have 100% win rate because they don't, but money typically talks, and they are up to 66% chance that you will be removed from office, not not just impeached. Like everyone's talking about the impeachment. No, 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 no. They're starting to say, no, this motherfucker's going to get the boot. And I think if it did happen, which I don't think it would happen, I think the predictive market is actually wrong. I think they would boot every.
Mm.
You can't boo him and then put Vance in charge and leave the cabinet a whole. Like, they all gotta go.
I mean, that I think that that's the way to do it in order to actually, put us back on track. But
it could be the Senate pro tem. I'm good with that. I don't even know who the fuck that would be, but I'm good with it.
I mean, I think that you would have to get a super majority that couldn't be, that would need zero Republican help to do that, and that's tough to get to. So even if we do get a majority, even a basic super majority, I don't know what the difference is between ousting the entire administration versus only ousting the president himself.
All of them.
I mean, that's the way to do it. That's the only way that you're going to actually, fix anything that they've been doing. But
100%.
Speaking of
100%.
predictive markets, my first share of the evening.
Might be a record, like 21 minutes in. I wonder if there's a predictive market on when you're going to fucking share a screen. I would have lost because no way I would have picked this long. What'd you do, bro? You don't even have the right layout. There we go. So, US will recharge. No shit.
Yep.
I'm not even mad at me. I'm not even mad at me. I'm not even mad.
Well, here's the thing I hate most about this. He is going to go to Leavenworth, and he's, a special ops soldier, and had insider knowledge of the sting, and he's going to go to prison. But I can guarantee you that there is a paper trail that could put us with evidence that Trump has manipulated these markets in order to be able to make money
the blockchain is public. That's the deal about crypto. There is definitely a paper chain, and people have probably found it.
Yeah.
So they just can't prove who's on the address on the backside, but they
know.
You're not wrong. So who charged him? Military? Because I don't think he can be federally charged because it's crypto, and crypto's unregulated.
It's DOJ.
Yeah. So wait, the DOJ charged him. Yeah. So it is. It's not military. So it's not a tribunal.
Federal. Right.
So
which I would have thought. I would have thought that that's what they would have done. So he must have been.
Lose.
The FBI are the ones that investigated and found him.
Dude,
so it wasn't the military that found him. I would think so, because they're not, because
there's no laws. There's no regulation.
That's not insider trading.
No, there's no laws. There's no regulation. There's no laws. I could be wrong, and maybe somebody watching it, if we are wrong, cool, comment that we're wrong.
Sure, yeah. Provide a link.
Provide a source, right? I like to learn new things.
Absolutely.
However, as far as I understand, it's not regulated to most degrees. Like,
they're calling it
I don't know what to, it's not a fucking
fraud.
Commodity fraud. Right. It's not a commodity. It's not regulated by the fucking it's not regulated.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing regulated are the exchanges.
Oh, even worse. The availability of prediction markets, online betting platforms where users can gamble on real-world events, has expanded under the secondary presidency of Republican leader Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, of course, bro. He is. So, but it's everything's losing. So, and then, bro, he's really going at it with the Pope. And the Pope, like we've talked about it, bro. But they're really going at it, bro. They're going at it like the Pope is Popey about it, and Donald is Donald about it, and Catholics are getting pissed. It is going to affect swing states that you are pissing off Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't talk shit about the Pope, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't, especially not the American Pope. So like it's becoming political, right? Like it's super
Hmm.
becoming political. Yeah,
So
worse
we
than
we
house
talked
pets.
about
I
that.
love
We
this,
talked
dude.
about that last week about him speaking out against tyrants
Yeah,
and you know, taking away aid to African countries.
yeah,
Well, he- now he's going after Trump's immigration policies.
good. Fucking. I'm glad
Let
he
me
is.
find the
Yeah, he said house pets, right? He
yeah,
said
yeah.
they're treated worse than
They
house
are human
pets.
beings. We have to treat human beings in a humanitarian way and not treat them worse than house pets or animals
Right. Because they're human beings. Imagine that.
because they are human beings.
Imagine that intense
I
that they
know.
are in fact human beings.
I know. We got a couple comments on last week. The Pope needs to stay out of politics. I'm like,
2 weeks ago. That's 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
I'm pretty
No,
sure. I'm pretty sure.
no,
I didn't
no.
see comments on the latest YouTube video. I'm just saying 2 weeks ago there was 5. It's probably two
On
weeks ago.
YouTube? Oh, I didn't see anything on YouTube.
Oh, you're talking about Tiki Talkie?
Yeah,
Yeah. I, I you put too many videos up at once. I can't handle it. Gives me gives me aneurysms when I try to open it. Fuck with it.
yeah.
But no, yeah. So the Pope opposes. It's just you're losing, and then it's really crazy. You know
I
what?
got
I should have expected it to become a hot topic issue for some reason. And maybe it's because people are literally trying to assassinate and successfully assassinating people over it. But data centers are becoming
what?
huge political
Oh yeah.
middle.
Well, and
Like
as they should. I think that, this sudden surge in data centers in order to expand AI use has created a surge in utility costs that are affecting everybody in a time where, we're seeing record inflation, we're seeing continued rising prices since that record inflation. We're seeing
inflation.
housing uh, we're seeing record housing prices, people unable to secure, suitable housing, and and nobody's paying any attention to this. Like, I know there was a humongous, like, wave of people posting their gas bill over the winter with, like, double the rate that they normally had for delivery charges, you know? And these things are they all correlate with, this push for data centers. Even in our area, there's a data center that they're trying to put in that, um that's actually had a report showing that it was going to affect our electrical grid, that we were going to need a full upgrade in order to be able to handle it. And
No, for sure. What do you think about so I my problem with data centers limited research,
yeah,
right? Definitely I've read all the bullshit, right? Definitely. But limited research personally. Um no jobs, drain of consumables. There's no trade-off.
right,
It doesn't provide jobs and it uses a lot of consumption
yeah,
of raw resources.
resources, yep,
So yeah, I saw this that Meta's dropping
yep.
10%. So
8,000 workers, while Microsoft is offering buyouts for almost 9,000.
yeah, but at
So,
least Microsoft's trying to buy them out, not just letting them
right.
off.
Yeah. I
So
mean, Microsoft actually has some ethics, left.
so so that's a
Some.
very so that's a
Yes.
strong it's a strong word. Some ethics. So um yeah. I don't know. I think it's really interesting that we find ourselves in a situation where we're really looking at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, so
that like people are literally killing people over it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally happening. Like people are literally murdering like elected representatives. I forget where that happened. It literally happened. Maybe it was a try. Either way, it's kind of crazy, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
think
nutty, right?
yeah, I saw something crazy about something on with Indian lands and data centers. Um there was something about that. But the there's a lot of, you know, experts in the field that are saying that, you know, this technology will lay off uh like a quarter of all jobs, all jobs. Not not like a quarter of a sector. We're talking about a quarter of all jobs will be reduced. And without it, um scarcity will become really bad, and without a universal basic income of some kind, um then it will cause our economy to collapse.
No. Yeah, that's the end goal. You collapse the economy and you can do whatever you want, right?
Right.
I feel like that's probably true.
I think that that's down the line. We still have, quite a bit of um ways to go before that technology is advanced enough to take over all those jobs. But we're already seeing, like, all right, so try dating in this time period, and you'll find that all the apps have bots. All of the, Facebook dating and all that stuff is all botted. So half the people that you're interacting with now are already bots, whether it be online, trying to get to a help desk of any kind, trying to interact with anybody from, God, I got put on hold by an AI just for a different AI to pick up.
Stop.
I swear to fucking
That
God,
really happened, bro. I
it
would have been
really
so I
happened.
would have lost it. I would have.
Oh, I did. I did. I
Yeah,
hung up and I went for a walk because I was gonna
yeah,
hurt something of
yeah.
mine.
I am. 100%. I'm Billy's child. And that would have been the end. So, like I said, AI comes around, bro. I'm in the top 100 getting executed, bro.
All right.
I talk shit to teleprompter or telemarketer. You got put on hold by AI just to have another AI tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yep.
That's super exciting, bro.
Yep.
Shit.
She tried to say I'm not AI.
She lied to you?
She lied to me straight up.
She just straight lied to you?
uh,
If she was really not, um, that'd be kind of cool.
no, no.
I
I
believe she
put
was.
her into a loop. You can usually get an AI by putting them into a response loop because they can't adjust the conversation. So
Yeah, the guy who shares articles definitely is going to put AI into a response loop. That computes. That's very,
yeah.
yeah. I was with some business people or some coworkers at a dinner, and I didn't know what one of them drove, and they drove a Camry, and then they ordered a Tito's and soda, and I was like, that is definitely what somebody who drives a Camry orders. So that really makes sense. Like some things just go together. The
Right,
guy
right.
who shares articles on the mostly listened to podcast is definitely the one who's intentionally trying to find out whether the AI can be beat.
Hey, I'm trying to read what I'm showing a little bit more. So
Show what you're reading.
I said read. Read what I'm showing. Isn't that what I said?
You said read what you're showing. That's factual. You're trying
Okay.
to read what you're
Okay.
showing a little bit
Yeah.
more. But I
Yeah.
really think you're trying to show what you're reading a little bit more.
No, I'm now doing the opposite. I was trying to show more of what I am reading so that people could see it, but now that I'm seeing numbers showing that most of our people that can't read what I'm sharing, so I need to read it out loud. Got there?
That
All
was
right.
way too highbrow for me. That was gone, bro. Totally, completely makes absolute fucking
Mm.
sense. But that was, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So maybe the data centers will help you then. Maybe.
They're not going to help
So
me, except
yeah,
help me lose my mind faster.
and we are starting to see Republicans distance themselves that are in tight elections. I'm starting to see some of that. Well, little Heisman Trophy. So we should see the so, and then we got, I mean, the elephant in the room, right? Let's try to go a whole week without talking about it, and it's not humanly possible. Oh, what do we now? We're the Iran. Look, imagine that. You knew what I absolutely positively had to bring up at some point this week because it's never fucking ending. And I'm gonna be honest, they're winning.
Who's that? Iran?
Iran.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They're winning. Not
Oh,
the
yeah.
physical fight.
They
They're
don't need
winning the
to.
political fight, the world
Yeah.
appeal fight, the public opinion fight. They're winning all of those.
Oh, and especially like America isn't the one necessarily losing that battle either. It's
True.
like, have you seen the Lego Lego video that Iran put out?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the Lego videos.
Okay. From Iran, the one where they're saying America, you know,
yeah,
this,
I thought there's a few of them.
I've only seen the one.
Okay, so there's a few.
Is there? Yeah.
Yes.
So like they're straight up putting propaganda out to us, trying to get us to understand that they're not trying to fight us. And that kind of goes to what I've been saying, is that this whole fear mongering that they've been doing with Iran for decades doesn't compute with the Iranian people that I know. And it seems like there's only a handful of Iranian dissidents that, you know, speak real loud about how violent Iran is. But, you know, we have Americans and Iranians that go back and forth all the time. You know, they act like every American that goes into Iran gets arrested. There are Iranian Americans there. There's lots of Iranian Americans that go back and forth every year, you know? So, and, you know, and then it goes back to that, where I was talking about how it just seemed like last year when we decided to blow up their nuclear site, that it was all orchestrated. Like everybody knew when they were going to shoot at each other so that nobody actually died, so that it wouldn't escalate, you know?
We totally ended their nuclear program, and then we had to invade them because of the nuclear program. It definitely happened.
Right. And they're gonna pay or we're gonna pay them to take their nuclear dust now. Yeah. It's nuclear dust. It's just dust. They don't have any actual uranium enriched. It's just nuclear dust.
Oh, I fucking missed that somewhere.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I missed that.
So
we're paying them so we can take their nuclear dust away.
Yeah,
we happen to be paying them $500 billion.
Yeah. So did you see how like everybody was saying, well, at least we didn't give them billions of dollars.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked if it happened to be $500 billion.
We didn't give them billions of dollars. We released their funds back to them that we had put on ice. So
you can't try to explain it to these people. You can't try to explain it to these people. They don't want to know. So that's the kick, right? They don't want to know.
No, they don't. No.
They don't want to know. They don't want to live in a world where it's very possible that Democrats aren't evil demons. But fuck it. You know, that's the interesting part. I did have somebody ask me, it was a while back now, like when people find out and they like libtard and evil demon and blah 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 blah, and they're like, does it ever hurt your feelings? And I was like, you obviously have no idea what my life is like.
Right.
I've been in far worse situations than you call it a demon, because I vote for Democrats and not always vote for Democrats.
No,
So,
I've voted for just as many Republicans.
plenty. I'm definitely like 70-30 split. But
Maybe 60-40 for me.
if the shoe fits, and I think you're going to be a quality candidate, or you were a quality representative, and I have learned that about you, I will vote for you in your reelection. Because I don't really care about the letter, the animal, or the color. It's not, it's like the colors, but blue and red, blue and red. It's like street gangs dominate politics.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always.
oh my God, he really did say we're getting all of their nuclear dust and won't pay anything for it, bro. Are we gonna put that in a shop vac? I hope we put it in a shop vac, bro, or a shark. Like, can we do an infomercial about us zooping up there? I want to see the Lego video about this. That's what I want to see. Their nuclear dust, dude. What the? Trump orders U.S. military to shoot and kill Iranian small boats choking.
This is current. So this is current. So he's giving orders like to violate our ceasefire,
because they're blockading and they won't let people through. Is that his reasoning?
Yeah. Well, because they took three tankers.
They did.
Yeah. They actually boarded and took 3 tankers. We turned away 5, I think is what I read, and 1 disappeared. Just, yep.
We stole it.
Probably.
And turned off the transponder.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. So
he
like
said 1 disappeared, like we didn't.
That's like, what they
we're not being. So I think it all the way goes back, right? Grew up in New York, right? You did.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in New York City. Wanted to be accepted by elites left and right. Was in real estate in New York City, therefore had mob connections. Sorry, you can't build real estate in New York City in those decades without having friends. Yeah. So like now he gets to live out his mob boss fantasy. Like he's living out his inner John Gotti. Like, Joe Colombo. Like he's living, what do you do? We're stealing oil tankers. But I haven't heard anything lately about invading Cuba still. Are we still on are we going to get it? Because, like, I do go to Miami for work sometime, and I could watch this invasion through binoculars. Like, because you give me the dates. I don't want to make 400,000 off the predictive markets. I want to watch it. Like, go to the World Cup or watch the invasion of Cuba. Probably gonna watch the invasion. Actually, I'll be honest.
So I think the whole Cuba thing was really just orchestration for Russia to be able to move its oil.
Okay, that's right.
Like
you're fucking bringing the highbrow shit today.
We have to remember that there's multiple things that they're trying to do all at once, and they're trying to confuse us as to which one they're really focused on.
It fucking worked.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are putting out a lot to worry about.
I just fucking can't anymore. And then you wonder why I don't watch all the texts in movies and real clips, dude. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Like, I need some predilection of sanity.
Yeah.
Like, just a teeny tiny piece of sanity. Like, I got to hold for myself. Like, that I am under the stairs in 96. And the glow-in-the-dark stars are hanging from the ceiling, and I'll be out of it soon. Like,
I love it. Ooh, that just gave me chills.
Yeah, see? Because you were there. So at least we're living the same fucking delusion. Love that. Love that. All the homies.
We started with the red ball, so
people don't blame me. I tell them so.
Freaking.
I've turned into the good kid. They all think I was the kid who told on people. I mean, to steal.
Speaking of multiple, things that he's trying to do. Remember last week we talked about the Triumph?
Trump? Yes.
Now he wants to resurface the bottom of the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool.
Why? Because Obama paid for it. Got it. Just
Oh
saw
my
that
God.
alert.
Oh my God.
No, yeah, that's what I said. I just saw that. I was reading it. I was reading your share.
Okay.
Like you told me that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
So that's what I was
yeah.
doing.
No, I
So,
no,
and I said,
thought you were just guessing.
No, that would have been even better. But no, I was like, oh, Obama paid for it. That makes sense now. The black guy did it. Why would I let that stand? Anything the black guy did, no fucking good.
Fucking right, dude. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy, dude. It's ludicrous. It's not just crazy. It's absolutely positively ludicrous, right? Like, leave that man alone. But what it does provide, and it does, and I'm super excited about that provision that it provides. He talks mad shit about Trump when he speaks.
Oh, yes.
And he speaks so eloquently that he talks shit in ivy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's ivy pouring out of his mouth, bro. Just coating. And because it's so ivy,
well, it's so
when
ivy.
Trump talks shit back, it's definitely your bus had an elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. They're going to fucking cancel me for that one. So I don't give a shit for the record. Everybody's equal. So, but he does. He just talks shit like so. Oh my God! I'm still really mad that
except for when he was able to like bring the little bit of ghetto into it where he could, you know, like that I can still remember it, and he said, you know, it's all good, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna talk about Trump.
Because how do you not? How do you not? We started a whole podcast because Trump.
Right.
We actually did something we talked about for a decade because Trump.
Because Trump, yeah.
And so we didn't do the one we talked about for a decade. We did a different one because Trump. Like, if anything, he did. The one thing I have always said, and I will always give him credit for, he forever changed American politics. Period.
Well, I mean, you can give him credit for that, but I don't necessarily think it's good credit.
I didn't say good or bad, bro. I didn't say. I'm just saying, you know, we've talked about it before. Hitler did a lot of really bad shit, but genetics and rocketry went a really long way under him. Really bad ways, really bad methodologies, really bad reasons. Bad. But a lot of good came from it later.
Well, and like that's one thing, you know, people are one of the ways that you could advocate for the use of war is that pretty much every single major
Conflict.
every single major medical and scientific advancement has happened because of or correlated to an armed conflict. So
Facts.
from wheels to tires to medicine to, you know, the ability to reattach somebody's limb, you know, all of that came from, you know, people
War.
being blown up and shot. So
yeah, because we shouldn't blow people up and shoot them. That's just for the record. So
I would like
really
to see if we could do that same amount of advancement just by spending the money on researching those things versus having to find out real world in.
I'm with you. So I recently had someone ask me to like stop. I'm not going to go into all the particulars. And I said, well, can you hold it like 15 minutes? This really isn't a good place to stop. Like, you know, there's parts of the city that aren't good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, you're armed, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, I am. However, that doesn't mean I want to use it.
Right.
I didn't wake up this morning like, oh, let me go here so I can maybe shoot somebody.
Yes.
That's not it, because no matter justified or not, I have to live with that.
Right.
So no, I don't want to. Oh, it's fine because you're no. I don't put
Yeah.
myself in situations where I'm possibly or even probably going to have to use
Yep.
it. I have it because of a situation where I shouldn't have needed it, but
Right.
yet the need arose.
Right.
So, okay, cool. And he just kind of looked at me. He's like, I've never thought about it like that. Yeah, bro, I don't wake up in the morning. Like, let's go places I can use my gun.
Right.
No, every time I come home and I didn't use it, it's a good day.
A good day.
So I hope
Yeah.
all the rest of my days are good days.
What it was Ice Cube that said it best, right? I mean,
It's very factual. I'm actually beyond proud of you for knowing.
of course I know that.
Come
Hell, I
on.
just listened to it last week.
You're fair enough, but you're pretty white.
I
So
am.
there's people who listen to us who don't know that we're both white that now think I'm not white. So because they've never saw the video and do not know that we are absolutely white. I was going to use a different word there, but I've already been canceled once this episode. I'm not being canceled again.
And I think I've used we've used the term 3 white guys in quite a bit of our bios. So
3 Midwestern guys. I don't necessarily think it says white.
you didn't put white, I did.
Okay, that's fair. So that's why am I not surprised? Because you're white.
Because I'm white.
You can't season your fucking chicken, but you can put the descriptor in the name. That's fine. I got it, bro.
That's funny.
Now people are definitely going to think I'm not white. So, but I am absolutely like so white that I go from
So
burnt
white.
to white.
You're more white than I am.
You're correct. I am absolutely like black light complexion white. So,
I know. I took a picture of my tortoise outside eating grass today, and I was gonna post it saying, "White people shit over here."
that's true because it's probably got no flavor. So it's like people who buy grass-fed beef, all grass-fed. It tastes like grass. I've only had it once. I will never eat it again. It tastes like grass, and yes, I know what grass tastes like. So I tried it because I'm white.
Yeah.
So, but you ate dirt because you were weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, no, we live. It's such a weird world. Like what you're saying, so true. Like if we could advance these things without having to kill each other, it would probably be a better place.
Yep.
I really want to see some legitimate science done on population, though. Like, because I think that if we put enough research in, that we could find a way to support 20 billion people. But I don't know what that looks like food wise. That's where I run into the wall.
So things have to go vertically in order to be able to do that. There have been some models that have been done. The problem is that we've talked about food deserts in, urban areas, but
Correct.
we actually have food deserts like still on Earth where there are large populations of people. Here I have another thing to share.
I'm finding all your buttons. He truly doesn't give me a list before we start.
Really
He won't tell me shit. He just makes me guess, and I come up being rat. We've known each other for too fucking long. This dude has something. He starts talking about food deserts. Oh, I got something. Don't worry. It's like you're like Baskin fucking Robbins of fucking the share shit. You're like, yeah, I got 31 flavors of fucked up shit to talk about.
I mean,
So
I try to cover down on pretty much everything. So when you guys bring it up, I'm like, oh, I got that.
then you use military terms like cover down, and nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, really? No, nobody know. Oh, yeah, I guess that is my bad.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, why did you just say it that way? So that has to be a military term. I have no idea what the fuck it means. I just realized it had to be a military term because my IQ does have 3 digits in it. So
no.
6 million Somalis face hunger amid climate shocks and conflict. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. And because we've changed the climate.
And without USAID to, shift aid, we are going to see a lot of our fellow humans die while, it could have been avoided completely
because we have the food.
because we have the food.
And
We
our
waste like
farmers
60
actually need us to, and our farmers need us to sell it
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
And because we export most of our food.
And we waste,
Um,
40% of all the
dude,
food that is made.
I can't
So
talk shit about that. I can't. I would
you
be the
can't
most
talk shit
hypocritical.
about that because
No, I'll be
you.
the most hypocritical person ever, bro. I will not go near a fucking leftover.
Jesus.
So I won't go near a fucking leftover. So I can't.
Mm.
I'm sorry to the starving kids in Africa or Somalia. I feel for you. I'm sorry, my bad. But I'm not gonna eat yesterday's fucking meal. I'm just not. There's a few exceptions, like large quantity smoked meats. Absolutely going back for days. Pulled pork, brisket, whatever you want. Absolutely for days. Soups. You know what I'm saying? But like
Pasta?
yesterday's, nope. Hell no. Definitely not pasta.
Hmm.
I also don't use microwaves. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how am I going to reheat fucking pasta?
In the air fryer. What the fuck was that?
Probably
Sorry.
the air fryer. Dude, there's a fucking Italian rolling over in his grave right now that you just said put your fucking reheatable pasta in the fucking air fryer. I mean, I'm curious as fuck now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna tell the kid about it. He will try it. So, because he is a leftover eating machine.
Mm.
So he will.
Lasagna is best the next day.
Okay.
So
I'm not making fucking lasagna.
well, you should. It's
I
delicious.
could. So you know what sucks and what I feel the most bad about, and brutally honest, when we're on the food conversation, I have legitimate Italian flour, like 00, in this house. I've yet to use it. Yeah, my bad. Maybe I should make lasagna noodles out of it if I can make lasagna. Except
if
for
you
I don't like cottage or ricotta cheese, so I don't know what to do.
use ricotta and buck
No,
it the
I just
fuck
said
up.
I just know.
Buck it the fuck
No,
up.
you know it violates my milk and cheese, bro. You know it violates my milk and cheese standards.
Ricotta
Anything in
is
between?
not.
Yeah,
Is
yes, it
not.
is. It is
No.
smack dab in the fucking middle of it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is curds, short for curdled. It is curds.
That's why I don't eat cottage cheese too. So like, but
Right, but you know what's weird? I do eat Wisconsin cheese curds. I don't know why.
well,
Technically,
because isn't it curdled and then given the cheddar bacteria for
yeah.
it to create the
Yeah,
it's
but it's still in between milk and cheese, bro. Still
oh
in between cheese.
but it
So
tastes like cheddar, and cheddar is cheese, is
that's
the
true.
cheese.
Yeah, probably. But I know there's some bougie ass cheeses out there.
Oh, I'm not saying that there isn't like cheesy cheese and highbrow cheese and
I
stuff
would like
like
to
that,
try
but
some highbrow cheese. I follow this
highbrow.
TikTok account where they talk about
I'll
some
just
shit that
scrape it
sounds
off at the end of
delicious.
the show and mail it to you.
That'd be a little creepy, for the record. We are getting to the end. Dude, we talk about dude, it's so endless and tiresome. We've
Right?
been off the tracks for like 15 minutes.
I know. Here
You
we go.
keep saying shit though. You keep like you keep going, bro. Like we got the fairs coming out, bro. So no, they
And
didn't fucking comply.
I know. And an internal watchdog. Like you mean
Because he's on our team. That's like letting the coach umpire the game. He's gonna be fair and unbiased.
the Office of Inspector General, which still has a Trump appointee.
No. The office of yeah, you know how it goes. So they're gonna live, bro. Let them live, bro. Let them live. Midterms are
No.
coming. Yeah, we have to, or we have nothing to talk about. We'll have to end that. We'll have to end the podcast.
I don't think so. I think that after this, we're gonna have a whole shit show of things that are gonna be going wrong for
Bro,
years,
I'm
well
checking
into
out.
our retired years.
No, checking out, bro. I'm good. I'm going to out on the side of the mountain. Done. So that's the next mission. That's that's it. So, but yeah, very very fun, interesting week. More of the same but different. Definitely some old recurring themes from the first administration are starting to take place, even though they're taking place later. He did actually reschedule medical marijuana.
Well, no, he rescheduled. He hasn't
Medical.
rescheduled marijuana. He made exceptions for it in certain medical
Yeah, medical.
ways. So, but rescheduling the actual plant means that it's fully federally legalized.
Yeah, so
So,
I thought, who are you talking?
huh? What?
I thought it was going to be federally legal 20 years ago.
It should have been, but
So,
then we have big pharma and the
well, yeah, between
tobacco
big
and
pharma and
alcohol.
Jesus doesn't like it.
Well,
Um,
and but look at the alcohol sales. We're seeing the reaction to people being able to smoke legally is zero alcohol sales. No wonder they were fighting it so hard.
also
So,
less hard drug usage, less
right?
overdosing.
Yep.
So Ohio's a really good case study, especially in the communities where they had
Yep.
really high fentanyl overdosing.
Yep. Yep.
And then they've recently legalized.
Mm-hmm.
Why did
Yep.
the overdoses go down in all these places?
I
Oh,
actually.
it's because our program suddenly became effective. The reach out programs we've had for the last 7 years, where they just kept rising every year, they finally
Mm-hmm.
worked. Oh,
Yep.
that's what it was.
Yep. And
It
well,
wasn't
actually,
that you legalized the little green plant. I mean, and I will always say it. I don't do any of the above
yeah.
anymore, and I don't drink very often. I don't know the last time I was drunk. I really don't. It's been quite some time. But I've always told people marijuana isn't a drug. And they're like, how do you know? And because I've done drugs.
Yeah.
That is the only answer I have for you.
Right.
I have done drugs. And I will tell you that alcohol is
Is
way closer
oh yeah.
to drugs
Oh yeah.
than marijuana has ever been.
Yep.
I have done extremely stupid things while drunk and on drugs.
Yep.
The worst thing I ever did on marijuana was eat a pizza. The whole thing. So I'm not talking about things I did while high.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Okay.
things I'm talking about things I did because I was high. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. You understand the correlated difference here. Okay. Just because I was high when I was doing nefarious things does not
yeah.
mean marijuana made me do such things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I never took a harder drug because I was high. In fact, the one time
correct.
somebody tried to sneak a primo into the smoke circle, I knocked him out because of it. So
That's factual. I'm not saying that, but no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So people do ask me, like, well, why can you say it's not true? Because I've done that. That's literally why. And I can tell you the effects of it, and I can also tell you that you shouldn't do.
Yep.
And now you don't have to listen to me. You can listen to me, but I promise to God that they very rare occasion something good came out. And the one where I believe some good did come out of it, we're not going to talk about on this podcast. Maybe on the other one day.
I think we already talked about it earlier, but
No, we just mentioned it. We didn't go into detail.
well, yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean. Talking about why it may not be bad for you.
Yeah. The other podcast is where we're going to get into that.
Yeah, that's where we're going to get into that. So, but that podcast also will have an elevator on its bus. So, probably not going to go anywhere. So, all right, I've said it twice. I'm done.
Yeah,
So,
I'm done
we're
too.
out for the week. We will see you next week for Bluebird on your shoulder.
Thanks, guys.